Hey everybody, if you have this fan, and a lot of people do because it's cool looking really. And I've got them all over my house actually. But if you're having a problem with this fan, and by problem I mean it has stopped turning, and that's not what you're looking for in a fan, I want to show you how to troubleshoot this thing. And there's a little secret to this fan that a lot of people are not aware about. And I'm going to show you what it is, but we're going to troubleshoot right down to that particular thing, and I'll show you how to fix that too. First of all, I want you to leave the power on to the fan. This is my fan controller switch at the wall. You can see that it is on the uppermost position. But anyway, for the moment, we want to leave that on. Your switch may look different, but leave it on. Now what we want to do is we want to remove this lower pan. There are 3 screws. One is there. You can see. And I've got them pre-loosened just to save time, but you can see that we don't need to remove that one entirely. It's got a little slot where after we turn this, it will just lift right off. This screw over here is the same way with that slot. Then the final screw needs to come out all the way. And like I said, I've pre-loosened them, so I'm just going to finish taking that off. Okay, and you can see it is off. Now we'll push it back up a little bit, turn it, and pull this off. Okay. Now at this point we want to determine whether there's power going to the fan. And we're going to take our little electrical tester. If you don't have one of these, you should get one. You can get them at your local home improvement store. They're like $15, $20. If it's helpful, I'm going to put a link in the description if that's any easier for you. But we're going to check and see if we got power going to the fan. The answer is yes. If there wasn't power going to the fan, then our problem is the switch. And some of you may have even had an electrician come and do essentially what I've just shown you up to this point and tell you, well, the fan's getting power, it's time to replace the fan because obviously it's not working. And not to disparage electricians, but you know, that's, for a lot of them, that's their bread and butter, is, you know, installing new ceiling fans for people. That's how they make their money, and that's all good and well. However, before we do that, we want to try a couple more things. And the first of which is, most of these fans, and this one is no different, most of them are designed to work in conjunction with their remote. And your electrician would know this, but in any event, what we want to do at this point, I want you to go back to your switch, and I want you to turn your power off, and just wait a few seconds, turn it back on, and let's see if maybe this remote has lost its pairing with the receiver, which is that right there. And to repair it, all we do is we push down on the power button. This remote doesn't have a battery in it because it's an old remote. But we push down the battery button, the power button, hold it down for 10 seconds, count it out, and then hit one of the speed buttons. And you might just get lucky and you repaired your remote and your fan will have turned on. In this case, it did not. So the final thing, and this is the big secret with these fans, is the receiver. We can replace that receiver for, it's not cheap, it's like $75. I'm going to put a link in the description for this particular receiver for this fan. but it takes literally seconds to do it. And once you've ordered it and received it, essentially all we do, and at this point I want you to go out to your breaker box and turn the power off. And if you don't know which one it is, keep turning them off until you hit the right one and there's no more power coming into this room. Will likely be the case. And then what you do, these are plug and play, by the way. And if you look at the back side of that, there's a little tab. You push that in. As you pull these two pieces apart, they separate right there. And at that point, you just take this whole piece, set it down, unscrew that screw and that screw, pull them out. The receiver will be easily removed, just pulls out. You install the new receiver, reinsert the screws, tighten them down, plug it back in, and then they also come with a new remote, by the way. The one that I got did not come with a battery, but once you've got a battery in the new remote, then I want you to go back out to the breaker box and turn all your power back on. And then with your new remote, and I'm not gonna actually do it with this one because I've already paired it, but what you'll do is you'll push and hold the power button down for 10 seconds, count it out. Then you will hit one of the speed buttons, and look at there. You just fixed the problem for a fraction of the cost of buying a new fan and having an electrician install it for you. At this point, all you do is just put Humpty Dumpty back together again. You push that up and turn it with those two screws, and you'll put that final screw back in where it belongs. And again, problem solved. I hope this helps someone out there. I'm sure it's not just this fan either. A lot of these fans nowadays are designed to work with their remotes, and the remotes get unpaired sometimes with the receivers, and sometimes the receivers, can also fail. And by process of elimination, we were able to get right down to the problem and fix it. Hope this helps somebody. If you like this kind of stuff, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your relatives. Have a good day.